Go ahead, Adrian.
Hello, can you guys hear me?
Got you, man. Go ahead and switch
Yeah,
up.
what's up, guys?
Quick.
Just wanted to say one quick thing here. Destiny,
What's up?
no matter what happened, I mean, let's go back to January 6th, first of all.
Mm-hmm.
When you have people being let in by the Capitol Police, okay, there's video footage of this, there's cameras. We know there were bad agents in there. We don't even know who Ray Epps is. I mean, we have to take a step back and forget about your definition, Andrew's definition of insurrection. These people were let in. Trump called for a peaceful protest. Sure, it was deleted, whatever. Trump called everyone to go back to their homes. They said to leave the Capitol. Nancy Pelosi also said that the Capitol Police should stay down, even when Trump called for the Capitol Police to come in. Okay, and also, I mean, this is just ridiculous. I mean, it was not an insurrection. These people were let in, and the only person that died was the woman who was shot by the cop. There was no investigation on the cop, and I mean, what are your thoughts on that? Because I don't think it was an insurrection at all.
Yeah, every single fact you brought up, I think was incorrect. So when you say that we know there were bad agents, there's no proof of that at all. When you talk about people being led around, the first people that got into the building broke into the building. For people that were being led around, it was because you had like tens of thousands of protesters and then people that were starting to pour into the building, and you had like, what was it, like fucking 100 cops or whatever?
No, hold on.
Like you
there
can
was
see
cops letting them inside the building.
The only people that were led. If you want, I understand. If you want to come on my stream, we can rewatch every single video if you want. You will lose this argument, okay? Guaranteed. The first people that got in broke into the building. There were people that were kind of like led around and guided into like some fucking Senate chambers and bullshit afterwards.
Because the guy with the bullhorn.
But that's because the cops didn't have the manpower to deal with everybody. So they were just kind of like shepherding people around to places where there weren't congressmen, where there weren't lawmakers that were trying to retreat. So the first people in the building indisputably broke in. We know that. And when cops were leading people around, you can literally watch one of the videos where I think it's the black cop is going up the stairs and he looks to the left, and I think there are literally lawmakers down the hall, and he kind of like pushes a guy and goes to the right. It's because they're leading people through, which is common even in like when it comes to riots and stuff. Police will lead people down streets or down corridors to crowd them into certain areas. They just didn't have the manpower to deal with that event. When you say we know that Ray Epps was there, we know that the day before Ray Epps shouted stupid stuff, and that's on camera for sure. But there's a lot of people.
Yeah, we call them a fed also.
That's fine. There's no evidence of that whatsoever. There were a lot of people that were calling out for going into the Capitol and everything. Again, all the video footage is available on Rumble. You can see the day of. There are people like Nick Fuentes who very suspiciously didn't catch any public charges, really makes you wonder, who were shouting like, let's go in, whatever. You can see him on video, everybody shouting it. On the day of, you do not see Ray Epps anywhere calling for violence. Every video that I've seen of Ray Epps on the day of January 6th is usually him telling people to be chill or calm down. There's only one video that shows somebody breaking down a fence, and you see Ray Epps saying... Nope. Whatever you were about to say is not true. Ray Epps is not heard saying anything. You can go find the video you want to rewatch it. I'm not interested. Hold on, wait. No, wait. I'm going through all your points. You said a bunch of points. Let me respond to them, okay? I've watched all these videos on stream before in extensive detail. I read the Revolver article. I talked to the author of the article because he was in that debate with me, with Greenwald and Alex Jones, okay? You cannot hear Epps say anything about go and attack or go and do anything. You hear him whisper into a guy's ear, and then eventually somebody else comes forward and pushes over the fence. People say he was telling them to attack, but there's no evidence for that. And all the video footage you see on January 6th is him telling people chill out, calm down, okay? You mentioned that Trump called for a peaceful protest with a deleted tweet. I don't know where this is. I haven't seen this before. I don't know where this deleted tweet is.
Seen it. I could try to pull it up for you.
Yeah, if you can find it, that's great. However, while the riot was raging on, okay, while the insurrection was raging on, there were multiple people that ran to the Oval Office begging Trump, Trump Jr., Ivanka, I think even Meadows, I think Cifaloni, like so many people went and they're like, you have to stop this riot. You have to stop this insurrection. You have to stop this violence. Please tweet. Please do something. He didn't do anything.
Which is what he did.
No, he didn't. He waited.
Which is what he did, yeah. And Nancy Pelosi called back.
Hold on. I'm sorry. Why didn't he do it immediately when he was asked? Why did he wait 3 hours? There is no answer to that question. It was 3 hours. No,
it's not have the Capitol Police there.
Hold on. We're not even at. Hold on. We're not at that part yet. The ultimate authority to deploy the National Guard there, the chain of command goes all the way up to Donald Trump because this is federal property. Okay, so Donald Trump sat and he watched on TV for at least 3 hours while that protest turned into a riot, turned into an insurrection, and the only thing that him and Giuliani did was he made calls to lawmakers, many of which are reported. McCarthy, other Republicans will tell you, he made calls to lawmakers telling, hey, maybe you should delay the certification of the vote. It wasn't until 3 hours after the violence started that he finally made the tweet once it was winding down, saying like, okay, hey guys, I think it's time to go home. So that tweet that he did where he called people to go home, this is after hours of begging by so many different people in his White House counsel and his family were begging him to tweet. It took hours for him to do that. And then at the very end, when you said Pelosi said the Capitol Police should stay down, I think Pelosi and Mayor Bowser, I think they fucked up when they didn't ask for more Capitol Police to be there. However, Donald Trump never there were some, there just weren't very many, and most of them were doing traffic control. The reason why they weren't there is because people were worried that Donald Trump would try to use the National Guard or military to do some weird shit, and they were really worried about that. And I think in the end, obviously that ended up not being the greatest decision. But when Donald Trump asked for 10,000 National Guardsmen to be there, that wasn't an official request put in. It was a random conversation he was having with, I think it was with Milley. He said, maybe we need 10,000 guards there to protect my people. That's all he said. There was no official request that was put in and ignored. He just kind of like floated it as a suggestion in a private conversation, and that's it. That's all the points. Yeah.
Okay.